Oh, yeah. 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 Gotta love this one. Yeah, mini boss. Yes, boys. Yeah. Mini boss. No. No, don't. No, he's not. Right. You're gonna love this. You ready to watch this? You ready to witness? To witness this? That's fine. Right, so here's the mini boss, everybody. And we're just gonna send him off. So he's gonna go for that wall next. And then maybe the next one. And he's gonna piss off and jump off the edge of the cliff. So, right, he's gonna piss off now. And he's gonna go down. And then he's gonna decide to come back up. Right, bye-bye, Mr. Husky. I'll see you in a minute. Right, and now to get him to come back up again is what we're going to do, is edit this wooden wall. And you should see he starts running his little socks upstairs. So I'll best edit this one back as well. So what this little husk's going to do is, yeah, there we go. He's going to run his little socks off upstairs again and come up to the top. But that's not what's happening, because we're going to send him back down again. So we're on the what? I don't want to do that. We send him back down. So he pisses off back down again. And now to get him back up, we just edit this wall. That's fucking genius, look at that. Right, here he comes. Ready, laddie? Right, and now all we need to do is stand here with your edits out. Right, wait for him to come up. Wait for him to come up and then go, nope. And he's back down again. And then we can just stand here and edit this wall back. And just wait for him to come back up. And then, as ever, get ready with your edits. And... no, laddie! Go back down! Hey everybody, we got another... so this is Miniboss at ramp again. I'll just be showing off a few different things. I'll just be trying to just... so on this amplifier, what we can do, an easy way to do it is you can put this one wall down here. Originally I would use two, but you can just do it with just this one. And then you'd get ready with the edits as he'd be coming up towards here. And since it's just underneath, you'd edit the thing out. But he'll be going for that wall first and then jumping down. So edit this out, he'll go for that wall. Now if I do it in this sequence, what he's going to be doing, oh yeah, he'll get that one as well, and it'll go off. But what's going to happen is, because that's the second wall down there, if I then suddenly decide that I want to pull the aggro back up here, I can edit this back and now he'll come for wall number one. Once he's got to wall number one, he'll come back up for wall number one in a second. You can place walls in certain locations, so I can go 1, 2, and then count for the third wall. So for instance, if I was to place a wall, so 3 tiles away, so 1, 2, 3, have this wall, what he'll do is he'll then destroy this wall, run down the bottom, destroy the wall at the bottom, and then come up and destroy the third wall. This means that you can be pretty creative in how you use your wall positioning to make them path around the actual base itself. So what I'll do, so yeah, he's going to go down, that's the second wall. Because if we were to imagine a structure going through the tile itself, this would connect up with the bottom of the amplifier. Anything which connects up to the grey section, whether it be above or below, still would count as wall number 1. This is almost like ground zero. You ignore the amplifier and you just connect stuff to this grey area. So you see now, he'll now go for that third wall, which this will count as wall number 3 as well. This is 1, so we count from here, 1, 2, 3. And then you'll see he'll go off over to this wall over here. Once he's done that, he will come for this wall, because I think this is 4th. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and what he'll do is come around to smack this wall. Will be the last one. And he'll destroy this wall launcher. Or that one. Which I'm not too sure why, that's kind of odd. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is the 5th. But yes, as you can see, that shows how you can basically stagger certain walls, so that what you want to do is you can put one above, one below, one above, one below, and then one above, and you can just alternate your positions to basically try and creatively make them take a longer route around the actual base. Hey everybody, we're currently here. This is Ty's base, and this is what I build in it for the Lighthouse build and controlling the mini bosses and smashers. Now, just a side note, what we're going to have is these 2 walls down here, which I'm just going to show quickly before I go back up top. But we will get to these 2 walls in a minute. These you want to make sure you place before the actual wave starts. Now, getting back up to the top, we can have the Lighthouse build either on this corner of the amplifier or this corner, or even have them on this corner. You can put them on any of the corners, just make sure you put them in line with wherever your tunnel's exit is. So if your tunnel's exit are trying to be over here and you're mostly trying to path them along this line, then put the things here and have your Lighthouse build this side to make them aggro a lot nicer. Also, if then you're pathing somewhere along more this line, then make sure you place your Lighthouse build along this side. Oh, someone's coming, they're coming across and destroying stuff. But if you were to have your mini boss coming in from, say, this tunnel, which is where it was, which you saw in the clip, what they're going to do is come around here to destroy these walls. Now this is because imagine this base, okay, the base here is what is like the ground zero, and every wall which is then the closest to it will then get destroyed. Now these walls, which are actually in the inner corners, which are part of like the 2 wall meta, is what I would use. And this kind of thing is that if you've got these 2 walls in here, they won't be destroying the rest of your tunnels. You can do it with just archways, very difficult to build, but by having 2 walls here, this is where the Huss aggro, this is where the mini bosses aggro and the smashers aggro will be drawn to. But what's going to happen now, they will come to try and aggro onto these 2 walls, but what we're going to do is we're going to edit them out, so then they won't necessarily be destroyed. You need to have at least 1 wall still to be able to quickly edit back, or you can just let them get destroyed and just wait for them to go down, but otherwise these will get destroyed. So when they get up here, what they're now going to do is then focus the next closest walls, because these archways are no longer seen as walls for them to destroy. What they're going to do is focus the next closest walls. Now if we were looking at these inner corners, you look away at how many structures away they are, so this becomes the next nearest structure. Okay, this is the 2nd structure, so imagine this being counted like this, and then so this wall here, this archway, would count as wall number 1, and then you count away and this is wall number 2. This is because it counts away from any structures that are connected to the inside of this dark area of the amplifier at the ground. Now this wall will not get destroyed. This is because it counts as the 3rd wall away. So if we count it from here, this will be wall number 1, then we come around to here, wall number 2, and then this is wall number 3. This will not get destroyed. However, side walls also count as a 2nd wall, so this will actually interfere with the walls down below. So you don't actually want to have the side walls on your base. However, when you open these archways up and they destroy this wall, if you want to have this, otherwise you can try and have it without. There's different ways to try and design this. What they're going to do is take the second closest wall, which is now these ones down here. Now the way this works is that if you were to have a tile through here, it would technically connect with the bottom of the base. So this would almost be like a ghost tiles. Now the game's mechanics will basically count tiles away even if they're placed or not placed or connected up through the terrain to those areas. Now since this is the second wall away, so if we count this as the first wall that then would connect to the actual amplifier itself, to the ground of it, that grey area, this will then become the second wall. So what they'll do is they'll come down here and want to destroy this. However, if you're quick enough with your edits, when they jump down here, the moment that they jump off the side of the cliff, what you want to do is edit this wall back to a full wall. This then creates the aggro to be more onto this, because this then becomes a wall number 1 away from the amplifier. So this then becomes the closest wall to the amp, meaning that their aggro will then be taken away from these walls. You need to do it quick before they start to hit it, otherwise they can stay stuck onto that wall and finish it off. If you get it before they start hitting it, they will actually avoid this wall, turn around and walk all the way up this slope. Once they walk all the way up this slope, they're going to be coming over to this wall again. But what you want to do is when they get to around this corner, you want to time your edits to edit. So what you want to do is stand this side, being able to watch them coming up, and just stand to the side, and once they reach the top of the hill, bang, edit it out, and they'll straight away drop down as seen in the clip and go back for this wall again. And all you do is the moment that they jump off, you just straight away hit the edit button again, edit it back and pre-edit it to an archway, and you're good to release the B button, or whichever is release the edit button the moment that they reach the top of the slope again. Now, so yeah, this is just a really simple way showing how to keep them controlled on this amplifier. Check my other videos out and I'll be showing how to do this on each and every amplifier, as well as some more updated game mechanics and builds in the near future. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I look forward to seeing you soon. Oh, one side note is, before I forget, is that, so just to note, this is sort of like a map. So on the ground here, you can see I have placed a map. So where these wooden floor tiles are and this metal tile, these floor tiles indicate the places that you cannot have a wall to scuff this up. So if you place any of these walls connected, anything connected to this area, well, apart from the wall here, but if you connect anything to these floor tiles here along these edges, it will actually scuff this up and you wouldn't be able to have this build work. So just take a note of this. I'll just get up somewhere high so I can show you the shape. But yeah, this is what it looks like. So you have this area which just only extends one tile out from each side, so one tile out, one tile out, one tile out, and you can't build any walls that are connected to these wooden floor pieces here. This also includes this wall right here. You can't build this. And by doing this, by not connecting anything to these floor pieces which are around, you don't actually have to have these floor pieces, but I'm just saying by not connecting anything to them, those areas that are mapped out, it will make the aggro work properly for them to come down below and make the build work a lot easier. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you in the future, and yeah, feel free to check out my other videos in the future for other builds and other game mechanics. See you guys soon.